Responsible Gaming Association of New Mexico, the state's Native American-owned casinos, working together to offer free and confidential resources for the prevention, education, and treatment of problem gambling. Learn more at rganm.org. Glad you're with us here tonight. Adam Young, Danny Nee, Andy Morgan's on our sidelines. Both teams started the season in week 0, so game 5 for both. Hawaii 1-3, the Aggies 0-4. Big third and goal right here. Shager looking right, he throws right, and he airmails his intended receiver. He was looking for Jalen Walthall, the freshman from Houston.
It was good coverage right there, but he was open if he could get the ball in there, but just couldn't quite make it happen. So nice stop for the Aggies on third down.
Matthew Shipley, a very good kicker, comes on. He handles the punts and the field goals for Hawaii. Junior out of Liberty Hill, Texas, 4 for 5 this year with a long of 40, which he's done twice this year. This one from 23 yards. And the kick is good. But that's a win for the Aggie defense. It was first and goal for Hawaii. The Aggies hold the Rainbow Warriors to a field goal. 21-10. The Aggie offense back to work after this.
Experience the Ultimate Sports Hub, where you can find games, news, and highlights all in one place, right on your TV. The Xfinity Sports Zone. Use your voice to search every stat, standing, and score. Follow the teams you love, and even get notifications with breaking news alerts and more, so you'll never miss an update. With the Xfinity Sports Zone, everybody wins. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store for details.
At New Mexico State University Online, we're proud to put New Mexico professionals first. As a top-ranked, top-tier university, NMSU Online offers over 70 affordable programs in today's high-growth fields. You'll gain cutting-edge, in-demand career skills that you can apply in your field now and into the future. Experience innovative online education from New Mexico's oldest public university, NMSU Online. Get started today at nmsu.edu/go.
To most people, the sky is the limit. For us, it's our starting point. In Las Cruces, you can research, engineer, manufacture, test, and launch. We have a strong economy, a talented workforce, research and development for innovation, interconnected sectors, and access to the first purpose-built commercial spaceport. We offer a prime location and ideal flying weather. Join world leaders like NASA, White Sands Missile Range, and Virgin Galactic. Come to Las Cruces, the place for space.
Start of a 4-game homestand tonight for the Aggies at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Home game number 2 of 6 this year. The Aggies are playing 6 home games this year for the first time since 2013. They're looking for their first ever win against Hawaii. Western Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Aggie Athletics. Western Heritage Bank, connected to the community and to you. Find them online at westernheritagebank.com. KT Homes, the People's Builder, serving Las Cruces for over 30 years. Proud to sponsor Aggie Athletics and proud to announce our newest subdivision, the Melodies. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to move, the Melodies features high-efficiency, high-quality built homes ready for you to move into. Visit kthomes.com or come see us off Highway 70 and Holman Road. Excited to see this Aggie offense again, Danny. They're humming right now.
They are, and I think with the defense holding the 3 there, let's see if the offense can put a big long drive again together and put some more points on the board. We haven't seen that in a while. It's a big dose of run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Not much passing, but if you don't have to, why throw it?
Aggies have scored on all 3 offensive possessions so far. 7 plays, 75 yards, 8 plays, 64 yards, and 4 plays, 70 yards. And they're going to start at the 25-yard line once again. In case you're just joining us, Gavin Frakes is making his 2nd career start. True freshman from Norman, Oklahoma, and he has made good decision after good decision. He's only thrown the ball 3 times, And Andrew Mitchell's offensive line has helped the Aggies run for 190 so far on the ground.
Coach Mitchell right there, he is the offensive line coach who has just had his hands full, but he's really put a great product out on the field today.
This time the running back is Amante Watkins, the transfer from TCU. Trying to bounce it to the outside. He does. Good pickup here on first down for Watkins. Up near the 30, he gets 4. Jones to Thomas Denny. Those are the two big backs, and Watkins is the speedster.
Watkins is the speedster, so if he gets to the edge, he turned right there, that could be gone. No one's going to catch him for sure.
Watkins was a high school 4-star from Houston out of Klein Forest High School. He stays in here at running back. Tight end is J.J. Jones, wing left. Watkins up the middle, and he is stuffed immediately by the big linebacker, Isaiah Tufonga, transfer from Oregon State. And Watkins only gets 1.
Not a lot happening there. I think this play action that we're running, I think they've said, okay, we're starting to understand you're going to go play action and just run it up the gut or take it around the side there. Let's see what they dial up this time. I would be surprised if we're going to see Gavin's arm here.
He's only had to throw the ball 3 times so far. Cordell David, the top receiver this year in motion. Graves throws it behind Justice Powers. He had him. The Powers a little too far in front of it. So now the Aggies will have to punt for the first time tonight. Josh Carlson's been busy, the Aggie punter this year, but this is the first 3 and out.
It's a little slant pattern that Powers is running right across the middle. You can see that it's wide open right there. The throw a little bit behind, but if you get your hands on it from a receiver standpoint, maybe you should be able to bring that down. It would have been nice to have that slant.
Josh Carlson's been a mainstay the last couple of years. Hawaii did block a punt a week ago against Duquesne in their win. This one takes a really good Aggie bounce. Dior Scott, the return man, has to let it roll out near the 15-yard line. That'll go down as a boomer for Josh Carlson. Torrin Union will touch it. A punt of 54 for Carlson. A new season high for him. We're back after this to Aggie Memorial.
New Mexico. Some folks branded you impossible, but the impossible is happening. New Mexico agriculture grows stronger because of the choices you make every day. Shop local. Support farmers and ranchers. Listen to the wisdom passed down, because no matter what, our spirit remains.
Being local should mean something. It's about the place we call home, the generations of people that count on us. White Sands Federal Credit Union has been here a long time. So when we say we're your local credit union, we mean it. We live here. Our kids go to school here, and we give back to the community, not just with money, but with our time. We are your local credit union, and we're proud to be White Sands Federal Credit Union.
Is now.
Adam Young, Danny Nee, Andy Morgan back with you from Aggie Memorial Stadium. Game 5 for the Aggies, and we welcome in Andy, who's on the field. And Andy, this schedule this year, not really doing the Aggies any favors in the first 4 games.
No doubt about that, Adam. Unless you're the Notre Dames of the world, being a
FBS Independent, it's certainly no picnic, and just ask New Mexico State about that ever since their big bowl win in 2017. And that's been a big factor in this first 0-4 start to the season for New Mexico State right now. Of course, they had to schedule 2 Big Ten powers in Minnesota and then last week's loss against Wisconsin. So that's played a big part in that 0-4 start. But they're starting to lighten up a little bit on the schedule for New Mexico State. Their next 4 games of the season going to come right here at Aggie Memorial Stadium at home, including tonight's game. All winnable games if you ask head coach Jerry Kill on that schedule. It's going to be a little bit easier moving forward after these years, moving to Conference USA next season for New Mexico State.
Thank you, Andy. All sideline reports brought to you by Memorial Medical Center. And Jerry Kill said this week that he's told his players these next 8 games left during the regular season, he's told them this is an 8-game playoff. And that's the way he wants his players to look at it. You can't play for a conference championship, Danny, as an independent, so you have to play for something. And he said this is an 8-game playoff the rest of the way.
Yeah, he has a lot of motivation, so he pushes his guys hard. He gives them something to aim for, and I think that's what you have to do. You have to say, here's what we're all about. Here's what we're going to look like from a position standpoint. Go get it.
Only 1 yard in the previous run for freshman Tylen Hines. Shager, a low thrower in second down. Good catch by the tight end, Caleb Phillips, the transfer from Stanford, who we thought would be used more here tonight because of all the injuries at wide receiver, and we've been right. He's been targeted a bunch for Hawaii. 3rd down and short coming up.
Just a quick toss to the outside. You're going to run a quick out route there. Aggies are back in the zone, and he's just going to catch you underneath route and get as many yards as he can.
This is Hines, and he is stuffed. That is Malachi McLean, the freshman safety, screaming up. He hasn't played a ton this year, but makes a big play on 3rd down.
I think Coach saw that there's going to be a run, and he brought everyone. He brought the house, so you can see everyone kind of sneaking up in there. Just great tackle right there, just screaming in the backfield.
Malachi out of Manvel, Texas, a town that has produced so many athletes, Danny, over the years. Not a big town, but a really good sports town in Manvel, Texas. Lawrence Dixon back deep to return the punt from Shipley, and he calls for a fair catch at the 32-yard line. 44-yard boot for Shipley midway through quarter 2 here in the Southwest.
To most people, the sky is the limit. For us, it's our starting point. In Las Cruces, you can research, engineer, manufacture, test, and launch. We have a strong economy, a talented workforce, research and development for innovation, interconnected sectors, and access to the first purpose-built commercial spaceport. We offer a prime location and ideal flying weather. Join world leaders like NASA, White Sands Missile Range, and Virgin Galactic. Come to Las Cruces, place for space.
Experience the ultimate sports hub, where you can find games, news, and highlights all in one place, right on your TV. The Xfinity Sports Zone. Use your voice to search every stat, standing, and score. Follow the teams you love, and even get notifications with breaking news alerts and more, so you'll never miss an update. With the Xfinity Sports Zone, everybody wins. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store for details.
The future is now. Now.
195 on the ground so far for the Aggies, rushing 10.8 per rush. And Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator, he called it earlier this week. We had the chance to catch up with him on Tuesday during his media availability.
Yeah, Coach Beck, he really is a motivator.
A couple times, there was a couple times where he stuck at the line of scrimmage and ended up getting a lot of yards after contact. So did a nice job. He's still just a freshman. He's got some things to learn, and going forward, we got some young backs, and we can just continue to get them some good quality reps. They'll do a lot of good things for us.
Danny, he knew that he had really good running backs, and it's hard to gauge where they're at when they're playing Wisconsin, Minnesota, and all those kind of schools they played so far. So this has been a breakout game that Tim Beck thought was coming for Thomas Jones and others.
Hey, when I talked to Coach Beck, I said, well, who's the guy? You got this guy, and you have this guy, and we got running back here. And he said, I like them all. We got a great running back set, and I can go to anyone. I just want those guys to be successful so they know there's something for the effort.
Jet sweep again for Brady. This was used a lot early in the game, and this time the Rainbow Warriors able to sniff it out. Mekhi Pay makes the tackle. He was ejected a week ago in the first half for targeting, but since it was half one, he's good to go here tonight.
Coach Beck talked about having a lot of young players and a lot of analogies from some of the stops he's made along the way at Pittsburgh State in particular. He had a lot of great stories that said, this is really what it's about. So it's going to be this year, and those young players are going to make an impact into next year and beyond.
Pistol back, Star Thomas. Tight end is J.J. Jones. He makes the catch, and the tackle is made in the backfield for Hawaii. So they were all over it. The Aggies faked the run, and J.J. Jones is tackled for a loss.
Play action, so you have guys going everywhere, and everyone is accounted for and not being tricked one single bit.
That was Mekhi Pay again, the sophomore from Honolulu. Transfer from Washington. A lot of Power 5 transfers for first-year Rainbow Warriors head coach Timmy Chang, a former star quarterback for Hawaii in the early 2000s. Breaks back to throw on 3rd and 11, and the catch is made by Justice Powers. He's made some spectacular catches this year.
Now, we know Gavin has a great arm. We saw it in spring ball. He drilled one down the line, and it was just a fantastic arm. Same thing here. Powers gets behind a defender, but you still have to have a good throw. Lots of confidence in that throw. Right over top there, lays it in there enough that he can get underneath it and make a great catch, but not too much loft where the defender can get back around. That's just a great job.
Powers, the biggest target for the Aggies at 6'4". That one goes for 28 yards. Thomas able to bounce it to the edge, so he can go straight up the gut, and then he can run towards the edge and find it with a burst, and he gets 8 yards here. Second down and short. 5 and change left in a really good offensive first half for Jerry Kill and the Aggies. Jerry Kill looking for his first win as the Aggie head coach. Whitford in motion. Give is to Thomas. Shimmies through a hole again, and he's finally chopped down by Verdell Edwards, who might have saved a touchdown right there.
Spreads him out again with a little play action and just hands the ball off instead of keeping it, and just sneaks right in there. Another big hole up front there by that offensive line.
Star Thomas well over 100 yards rushing right now. Frakes has only had to throw it 6 times. He's 4 for 6 for 43. No touchdowns, no picks. Frakes has the only Aggie passing touchdown in the first 4 games, and a timeout is called by Hawaii defensively.
Hawaii has called their second charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Rainbow Warriors had to use a timeout before the first play from scrimmage, and now they burn their second here late in the first half. This is the way we thought it could go, Danny. We thought those first 4 weeks, you knew even if you played well, you could go 0-4. And now this is a very, very winnable stretch starting tonight.
Yeah, when I was talking to Coach Beck, I asked about those 4 games, Adam, and he said, the ones I really concentrate on was UTEP and Nevada. He said, those are the ones I looked at and said, what can I clean up to be better at? The other ones, it's not going to happen. But from there, then that's the launching part going forward, and I like that approach.
Sports Accessories is now the official licensed merchandise provider of the Aggies, and they have the best Aggie gear in town at the best price. Check out their showroom in Las Cruces or visit the online store at theaggieshop.com. First and 10 from the 21. Tim Gans in at running back. Frakes will fake it to him. Scans the field, throws, and it's out of the reach of Cordell David.
It's dangerous. Now that we've seen Gavin run, we know he can take the ball and take it upfield, but also when he breaks his area, he can throw the ball as well, so it's tough. You got to decide how you're going to play him.
Gans, the fourth running back the Aggies have put in the game here tonight. Jones, Thomas, Watkins, and now Gans, who ran well against Wisconsin a week ago. He's off the left hip of Frakes here. So Gans, the running back. Jones, the tight end. Frakes will pull it. He throws. Caught in stride by Justice Powers. And it's first and goal for the Aggies down at the 2-yard line.
And what a great job by Gavin. He sees a blitz coming, so he knows he has one play action. He pops up. He knows where he's going to go with the ball because he liked the matchup. We run the post by Powers. Powers has got the inside position. All he has to do is throw that thing right into his gut there, and he does a great job. Hang on to the football. We've had a lot of tips. Hang on to the football. Good position right here to put more points on the board.
Second catch for Powers during this current drive. Aggies go to the Wildcat. Frakes will motion out left. This is Jamani Jones in the Wildcat, trying to plunge it in. Touchdown. The Aggies use the Wildcat, and it's Jamani Jones for the second time tonight.
Jones getting help from the offensive line back there, but we get the Wildcat, break him out, spread out Gavin wide. It's like, okay, Jamani's getting the ball. What are you going to do? In this case, it's just line it up, toes to toes, nose to nose, and let's see who the bigger guy is there. Gets a little help from that offensive line, those big bubbas up front there. Push it across, nice TD.
Is that what they call big boy football, Danny?
That is big boy football.
That is
fine
big
right
boy
there.
football. Jamani Jones from 2 yards away. Point after Brett Money out of the hold of Josh Carlson. Good with 3:41 left here in quarter number 2. My goodness. Aggies are running the football right at Hawaii and successfully here in this game tonight. They lead 28-10. High school students, New Mexico State has a variety of financial aid options to help pay for school. Do not delay. Now is your chance to pursue your higher education dream. Go to apply.nmsu.edu. New Mexico State University. Be bold, shape the future. 8 plays, 68 yards, covering 332. And Danny, I can really only think of one possession where the Aggies weren't very good offensively so far in the first half.
Yeah, I think they have a lot going on, right? So you have a lot of passing, you have some great passing, running. We saw good running. I think when you have everything just working, it just builds confidence, and there's nothing you can't call on your sheet that says, hey, this can work.
Yeah, that takes a bad Aggie bounce. So Hawaii will have this at the 35-yard line. Remember, the Aggies dealing with some kicking issues.
Kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
And that was one of the positions, Danny, going into the year we were pretty sure about. Ethan Albertson has had a really good career with the Aggies and just got off to a really slow start the first 4 games. So Brett Money took over kicking duties a week ago in the second half against Wisconsin, and he's still a young kicker, and this is potentially a costly mistake. Much better field position here for Hawaii. Braden Shager is still the quarterback. Shager running left. Ojo will steer him out of bounds.
How about Ojo's speed right there? So we're back in the zone. You got a 4-man rush up front. See, Braden breaks the pocket, scrambles around, and as he sees lots of green grass, you see Chris just come in there screaming up and shut that down in no time flat. I like the speed. I like the tempo of their play.
Joey Yellen had started the previous 3 games for Hawaii, but it's Shager, his second start, his first since the opener against Vanderbilt. It's also been a tough schedule this year for Hawaii. They're coming off a win against FCS Duquesne. We'll see if that's a completed catch. They're going to rule it incomplete. Looks like Jordan Murray never had full control of it. Hawaii in a very similar position to the
Ruling
Aggies.
on the field is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
We talked about this earlier. First-year head coach, rebuild. But they've been to 4 straight bowl games, so you wouldn't think this is the kind of rebuild the Aggies are going through.
All right. Talked about the speed. Trevor Brohard with that last tackle. He came screaming and then popped that ball out of there. Lots of
touchdowns here in the half.
Here it is right here. He pulls it out. He rides him all the way in. Again, he just keeps it there, going with the running back, and he takes it up there. But not only does he just get through the hole, he's busting it out there like, I'm going to take it to the house unless you stop me.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 19. Being forced half the distance to the goal for the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's interesting. They called a face mask here on Kalona McCalla. It's Edwards, and
yeah, he got it.
I guess he did get the face mask. It seemed like a horse collar, but it was not McCalla like the referee Steve Barron said. It should have been on Verdell Edwards. Either way, the Aggies will take it, and they have the ball inside the 15-yard line. Right back to Jamani Jones, trying to squeeze through a hole. Gets down to the 11. Clock moving. Hawaii does have one timeout left. The Aggies with one as well. Right back to Jamani Jones, running right. Here's big right tackle Gabriel Preciado. Gets 2 yards. So some clock management here as well for the Aggies with about 40 seconds left.
You know, I don't think they're happy just saying, let's just kick it and be done with it. I think they want to put 7 on the board.
New Mexico State is called their third timeout. 30 timeout. Timer, please set the game clock to 45 seconds. 4-5. Thank you.
You know, Adam, yesterday, as I was telling you before the game, I ran into Gavin's grandmother in the hotel in the elevator, and she was saying, you know what, he's starting tomorrow, and I don't even think we knew. Maybe she knew. I don't know. You never tell grandmother wrong news, right? No. So it's like, okay, fantastic. I hope he has a big game. And she said, oh, yeah, things are going to be good. So his grandmother's here. He's putting on a performance. Everything is looking good.
Nobody knows you quite like Grandma, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Gavin Frakes has been really impressive, especially with his legs. He's run for 69 yards, which is second of the Aggies here tonight. 111 on the ground for Star Thomas, 60 on the ground for Jamani Jones. Watkins with 18, Brady with 10. So this has been really, really good all around for the Aggies offensively. With 268 on the ground in one half of football. Looking for more right here. 3rd and 5. Frakes back to throw, whistles it for Star Thomas, and he somersaults into the end zone. Receiving touchdown for Star Thomas. His second touchdown tonight. Oh. And Gavin Frakes throws his second touchdown this year.
Adam, he threw that ball, and Star hadn't even turned around yet. I didn't think there's no way he can pull this down. He hasn't even turned around. He released that thing, then Star turned around, and it was on him. It's like, how does he hold on to it? Somehow he does a great throw, a great reception by Star, and he just takes it in the house. Great series.
The timing on a place like that, Danny, it's really hard to time it. The timing has not been good the first 4 games. The timing really good tonight.
And no bobbles, no tips.
Nope.
They just pulled that one down and just took it to the house.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown for further review.
Yeah, I thought maybe they would check this one out to see if his knee was down before the goal line.
I'm just so impressed of how he just threw that ball. He knew exactly what he was going to do with it. Star hasn't come out of the break yet. He's still coming out of the backfield. Hasn't turned around, releases the football. Star turns around, and the ball's there. It's on him, and he just pulls it down. You can just see right here, Star really hasn't he peeks there. The ball is on him right there. Nice catch.
I think he's in.
Yeah, I think
his
so
knee
too.
really never came down.
I think so too.
Potentially his elbow, maybe, on that somersault. That's that 2-minute drill that is so important in football, right. And you're running that with the freshman quarterback who is in his first year collegiately, and he ran that 2-minute drill with a lot of poise. Yeah, the elbow might have been down before the goal line.
Yeah, that's a great shot right there.
Didn't quite see where the football was, though, when his elbow went down. Yeah, his football, I think, is tucked behind him. Well, if it doesn't go as a touchdown, you keep Star Thomas in and you let him plunge it in, right, Danny?
I think so. I think you have to reward him, right? Isn't that the rule? It's like, hey, you brought it down this far. But if you're going to reward someone, Gavin on that big run, he has really kept us in the ball game there from a QB standpoint. I say keep us in the ball game. We have a lead, and so he's really trying to put more points on the board. But they're not satisfied. It's like, no, let's just kick it. No, let's go get 7. I like that. I like the aggressiveness.
This is the same officiating crew as Week 0 here at Aggie Memorial against Nevada. Our referee is Steve Barrett.
After further review, it was determined that the runner was down at the 1/2 yard line. The ball will be placed there. It will be first down at the 1/2 yard line. Timer, please reset the game clock to 43 seconds. 4-3. Thank you.
So first and goal, Thomas will stay in. And I think everybody in the stadium knows who will get the football right here with a pair of tight ends in, Eric Marsh and Tomas Whitford. Marsh is lined up wing left. Franks will give it to Thomas. Trying to bulldoze his way in. And Hawaii will stop him. Now the Aggies do not have any timeouts left, so Gavin Franks has to work quickly here. Franks will pull it. He dumps it off, and it's caught. Tomas Whitford. His 3rd touchdown catch as an Aggie at 2 years, only his 2nd overall catch this year.
That's one of those ones, Adam, where you go into the huddle and coach says, hey, look, we have no timeouts, so I'm going to call 2 plays. We're going to run the ball, we're going to try to power it in, and then we're going to come back. They're going to think we're running the ball. We're going to pull it out, and as soon as we do, we're going to pop it over top, and you're going to get out, sneak out of the backfield, and it's just an easy little pitch and catch there.
Tomas Whitford was used a lot in the passing game a year ago. Last year, 19 catches for 206, 2 touchdowns. He only had 1 catch for 3 yards in the first 4 games, and he hauls in a touchdown pass here from Gavin Franks. So Gavin Franks does get his 2nd touchdown pass of the year. It comes a few seconds after what we thought was a Star Thomas 9-yard touchdown catch.
So, Adam, 16 seconds left. Here we are, 35-10. It's been a while since we've had one like this going in at halftime with the lead, which puts a whole different perspective on what you have to tell the players at halftime. Instead of saying, drilling them, it's like, come on, we got to get going. We got to get points on the board. Here we put points on the board. Now the job is don't let your foot off the accelerator, because the minute you do, Hawaii's going to come back. They're not going to give up at halftime. So the whole speech changes here, but it's sure nice to work from a lead.
Once again, we remind you the Aggies will get the ball to start half 2. They won the opening toss. They elected to kick off instead of receiving. They allowed a touchdown in the opening possession for Hawaii, and the defense since then has been good. And Jalen Purdue is stuffed on the return. So Hawaii had a good start offensively in that first possession. And then after that, this defense has played a good half of football overall, Danny. No takeaways, but a good half of football.
Yeah, I agree. They've been tough that first series, but after that first series, Adam, they've been putting their heels in, and he's mixing it up. Coach is doing a good job, and it's just been a good half of football for the Aggies. It's been a long time since we've seen that.
We'll see how Hawaii handles these final 11 seconds, and it looks like they're just going to snap the football and head to the locker room. Well. Those first 4 weeks were grueling. Minnesota, Wisconsin. The Aggies played 4 bowl teams from a year ago. This is their 5th straight game to start the year against a team that had a bowl bid a year ago. Hawaii had a bowl bid, did not play because of COVID. But that was one really good half of football. That was Jerry Kill football in half number 1 for the Aggies as they lead the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors by the score of 35-10. 268 on the ground. Through the air, the Aggies pass for 71 as Gavin Franks, in just his 2nd start of the year, has looked really, really good. We'll catch up with Coach Kill here shortly, hopefully. Andy Morgan trying to track him down the sidelines, and looks like Coach already worked his way into the locker room. So we'll head a commercial break. He's too happy, right, Danny?
He's too happy. I would say I'm going to run to the... Come, get him, guys. Come on, we're up.
So we'll head to break. When we come back, we'll start our halftime show. 35-10 Aggies here at the break at Aggie Memorial.
I've got that blue sky, I've got that sunshine.
The drive to better myself has been there since I started playing sports. Being competitive is me, that's within me, and